Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Hattrick with me, SAPPHIRE Mega, and FC Pigneto. So I took a week of break because I was actually really busy and I couldn't find the time to record. And then before I knew it, another week came around and there I was, still not recording. And now it's Monday and I still haven't recorded the episode. So I'm trying to catch up right now. I'll upload it probably tomorrow on Tuesday. But it's better to summarize the 2 weeks than to leave you hanging for 3 weeks, which actually I don't think ever happened. Unless it was a planned development when we were really in the beginning of our career on Hattrick. Anyway, what happened? Well, we had two big surprises. The first one is that we played against Grizzly Bear SF, and while our fans thought that we have the edge, we got absolutely destroyed. We played it as a match of the season on their stadium, and actually, was it on there or ours? It was on our stadium, and I think taking it back, we played it normal. But we played it on our stadium, and we had absolutely no chance. We got demolished 4-0. The chance distribution was 7-1. We pretty much just played second fiddle the entire match, and I don't know how the game can be so off on the expectations. It really soured the mood. You can see that we only gained 2 fans in the last week because they were really mad at us, and it was just overall a complete disaster. The only good news on that is that one of their players got hurt, which is a small consolation. But we just got absolutely demolished. So that was a big surprise. I was hoping that, even if we lost, it would be something like, 0-1 or 0-2 or 2-1, but not 4-0, because that is humiliating. But then, the next week, when I was kind of down, we played against Sporting Grupo Solitario on their stadium, and we actually won 2-0, even though that we played it cool, and I kind of threw in the towel, and I was like, okay, well, all is lost, and we actually won 2-0. So, yeah, I had an idea that we might have a draw or even a win, but I wasn't expecting it so one-sided, because as one-sided it was on our stadium against Grizzly Bear, then it was this one-sided against them. So what happened then is that I went to the series and I found out that Pepperoni had exactly the same situation as we did. They won against Chihafatapalo 1-0, which was expected, but then they lost against Orachipenzo 1-0. So the actual changes in the positions were non-existent. So we are still second, and they are third. Last week it was the other way around. We were third and they were second. So there is still a chance for us. And that chance actually is cornered on the next match. We're playing against Joy Never Dies, but we are playing on their stadium, which is kind of bad. But as we played it cool this week, our team spirit is calm. We have a new player in the team. So there is a possibility, I dare to hope, I dare to dream that the RNG might favor us. I don't know, they have the edge, so your guess is as good as mine, and Joy Never Dies is pretty good, so they might demolish us again. But if that happens, we still have the next match to deal with, which is against Orachipenzo, and that one's played on our stadium. We're gonna play match of the season on both of these matches, and we're gonna hope for the best. The thing is that Pepperoni is actually in this very same situation as we are, because they are playing against Grizzly Bear this week, and they are bound to lose awfully in this match. So if we lose against Joy Never Dies, then the positions are not going to change. Or actually, Pepperoni are going to drop to 4th place, and Joy Never Dies would move to the 3rd position, and we would remain 2nd. But then they're playing against Syrup Nibik on the Syrup Nibik Arena, so it's gonna be all dependent on that and our match against Orachipenzo. So the question is, what's going to happen? As you can see, the breakthrough or the results breakdown against Joy Never Dies is a kind of even. The power rating is also even, so it really is going to depend on the RNG. It's all in the hands of the RNG for the next 2 matches. So we'll see what's going to happen. It might be good, it might be bad. It might. At this point, I have absolutely no idea what's going to be the final result. It can be us second, us third, us fourth. We might lose both matches and be jumped over by Joy Never Dies and Pepperoni. We might end up second, and they might end up third, and Joy Never Dies fourth. I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen. So we just have to see after the matches. Secondary news. Well, we spoke about the fans. They are back dancing in the streets, so we started gaining more fans again. So we are at 1,927 members. Finances are pretty cool. We got... Wait, what? Okay, so we got 12,000 available. I'm taking... What the hell happened? Was it because of the fire sales? Total revenue... Total expenses, wages... No. Yeah, we had no income this week. Okay, so that's why we lost whatever we gained last week. Okay. Actually, I haven't spoken about the transfer. So let's look at our new player. We got Petr Padevět, which is an amazing defender. He's defending 15, playmaking of 10, set pieces of 20, and this guy actually helped us immensely in the previous matches. A couple of times he was nominated as the best player in the team. I think he played in 3 matches, and 2 of those he was the best player. He's controversial, unfortunately, but calm and honest, so he soured the mood a bit, but with his very high form and inadequate stamina, he is able to play for 70 minutes without much of an issue. So we have this guy as an investment in the future because he has a world-class experience and passable leadership. So he can even become the next great trainer for us. All in all, an amazing guy, and we got him for only 800,000. I think that is in line with his cost. Yeah, pretty much in line with his cost. But he has significantly helped our game so far. So I'm hoping that he's going to stay with us for at least a couple of seasons, and then we might actually turn him into a trainer. I haven't really looked into it, but when we look at it, I think he is probably the best candidate at this point. Wait, where can I change coach? My friend on that team, can I? This is not the right screen. This is a screen for the staff. What are you doing, game? Was it on the training then? Coach? Oh, here it is, change coach. Okay. And if we used existing player... So we have Diego Villano with solid leadership, but... where is the guy? What is going on? Why don't I see him here? Petr Padevět. Passable leadership. Passable. He's not here for some reason. I guess because we just got him. Kenner Crane. Experience of the player. I guess at this point he is not. Formative experience. Passable experience. Well, Sevino Martinez Naranjo is worse, and he would cost 4 million. So we can actually think about it, and considering Padevět has a world-class experience, this guy is going to be... It might even increase in those weeks and seasons that he's going to be with us. So that would make it much, much cheaper. So we're looking at a possible 5-star coach here which is something that would be amazing for us. Right now we have a 3-star coach. Yeah, we have a 3-star coach. So getting a better one would significantly improve our training capacity, because, I mean, we have been investing a lot into trainees, but the fact is that we cannot get them as high as with the coach we have right now. And if we got him even better, then they would, the process would speed up immensely. So that's the plan. So that's finances. As far as training goes, we had a couple of interesting changes. Silvino Martinez Naranjo increased his playmaking, because I think he's 34. I mean, I'm not gonna badmouth that. It is an interesting change, but it's not something that I would be that hot about. And then we had a couple of changes the week before, but unfortunately I cannot show you. I think there was like 2 or 3 players that improved, but I can't remember who they were. But if you look at it, Joseph Vela now has a titanic playmaking, which is amazing. Zigor Beres has titanic playmaking, and Eugenio Serna Parrea has a playmaking of supernatural. And then we got a couple of guys with a world-class playmaking, and then Massimo Galbe has a magnificent playmaking, and you move down from there. But yeah, we got 2 guys now with titanic playmaking, which is more than enough for us at this point. And is that all? Yeah, well, as far as series go, we've already seen that. No chance for us to actually drop and end up outside of the top 4, because even if Orachipenza won the next 2 matches, they would still have 23 points and we have 24. But the actual result of us 3 is going to be really interesting. Who did you lose against in the last... Were you playing against Grizzly Bear? Yeah, you were. And you were... Oh, that's nice. You were decimated as bad as we were. But then here the chances were distributed way more evenly, so you put up much more of a fight, yet you failed nonetheless. No tactic. You have... Wow, they got insane midfield. Grizzly Bear is a really good team. They are definitely... I'm just hoping that they are definitely going to move outside of our league next season, because it's just... There's no way we can actually do anything in that. And it has to be boring for them as well, because Jesus Christ, they're just all over us. Well, anyway, with that said, I think we are done here. It was fun, and we are ending yet another season. So join me next time, hopefully in just a couple of days, on the result against Joy Never Dies. And we'll see if they give it to us, if we give it to them, or, if it's going to... A draw would be also good. Because that... Well, but I mean, that wouldn't make much of a difference. Because we would then... No, actually it would make, because we would have 25 points and they got 23, and we got a much better score. So even a draw would be amazing for us. Even if we lost the next match, they still wouldn't be able to jump over us then. Well, let's see. Anyway, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time with more Hattrick.